character in a horror movie. On a planet called Earth, you are in a coma, dreaming, and you don't even know that you are dreaming. A subject. Anything can practically eliminate your life on Earth, and I mean anything. But you have accepted this hell as a normal reality, and anything that anybody says about this world being hell, you now think that being is the delusional one. Because in your mind, there is another hell beneath Earth, and there is a heaven above you, or you just think nothing at all. Regardless, there is only one way out. Defeat the entity who brought you to the universe, to Earth, or remain hell-bound to Earth. The choice is yours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about fashion today, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna have a conversation about fashion. It seems we've lost. It seems some people have lost their way when it comes to dressing up, more specifically in schools. More specifically in schools. I remember not too long ago, y'all here making me feel like I'm 150 years old. When it's only about, 20, 18, 19 years ago that I graduated from high school. Huh? I remember in high school, um, the dress code was, if you don't tie up your tie properly, you got a detention, or you got a letter to your parents, to teach you some discipline. If you showed up with your shoes not tied up properly, or you showed up with the wrong color of shoes when the dress code is only black shoes, you're either sometimes even sent back home, or you got a detention during your lunchtime. All right, what I'm seeing nowadays is sickening. I'm a father, ladies and gentlemen. Whether or not I'm a father or not a father, I'm disappointed with us humans. I am majorly disappointed with the way we are handling ourselves. It is absolutely disgusting what we have come to as humans, what we have succumbed to. I don't I don't know how I'm gonna go about this. A lot of people are gonna feel like I am attacking them. Good! Because that's the purpose of it. Obviously, you are not taught discipline. Obviously, you are not taught discipline at home. Because if if ye have been told discipline, have been taught discipline, you would not be the way you are. You would not present yourself the way you're presenting yourself. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest out here. How you gonna be walking around with your butt cheeks hanging out? Huh? How you gonna be spreading that sunshine, that moonlight upon everybody and act like you are an individual with respect, with integrity? How? Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. How? How dare you do that and then complain about misconduct, about people not treating you with respect about people not looking at you with respect. How dare you? Nobody taught you some respect. Because if you were taught some respect, there is absolutely no way you would go in public dressed the way you are. I mean, tell me what's the difference between a hooker, a stripper, and a woman who goes to the beach dressed in bathers? Tell me what is the difference between the two? Dress code wise. There is no difference. Stop trying to find excuses. They are both dressed inappropriately. All their freaking private parts are flashed out in public. Sure, the stripper has gone one step further. The hooker has gone one step further. But there's no difference when it comes to the dress code. You can't have levels to stupidity. Stupid is just stupid. There's one level to stupidity. We can't have different levels of lying. A liar is a liar. A manipulator is a manipulator. The truth is the truth. I remember back in high school when the girls got in trouble with their fashion, they had this rule that they could not wear a skirt that is above their kneecaps. That is a beautiful, respectful rule, a guideline, a discipline. It's beautiful. It's teaching you manners of self-respect, self-worth, self-empowerment. Please make this make sense. How do you claim to be a feminist and you come out half naked and then you talk about self-empowerment? Make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. How is you showcasing your private parts in public? How is that self-empowerment? How? Instead, you are making a mockery out of yourself. You're making yourself become a joke. Nobody's gonna take you serious. No person with self-respect, dignity, and integrity and honor is gonna take you serious. They know you're stupid. Huh? You should be talking about intelligent things. You should be talking about intelligence. Your self-worth should be about intelligence. Not coming out half naked in public and talk about, oh, I'm self, I'm women awareness. I'm spreading awareness. What are you talking about? You want my daughter to think that it's okay for her to walk around half naked in public? Huh? That's your self-empowerment speech? That's your representation of self-empowerment with your physical body? Huh? Who taught you this? What kind of stupid ass parent do you have? What kind of ancestors do you have? Where is the self-respect? Huh? Where is the self-respect? I remember clearly girls got in trouble back in my days in high school. That is not too long ago, about 18, 19, 20 years ago. Girls used to get in trouble when their skirts are above their kneecaps. They will get detentions. Some of them will get expelled if they didn't listen. Huh? Discipline is important. Discipline is what shapes the human brain to evolve, to become more intelligent. But nah, everything is in reverse nowadays. Y'all, y'all out here reverse dressing, huh? Huh? Butt cheeks hanging out. Just hanging out. That's it. No self-respect or whatsoever. I can't have that. I can't have my daughter walk around thinking that that is okay. Nah. Nah. My daughter is gonna learn respectfully to respect herself as an individual, to stay away from the collective nonsense that is being spread around all over the universe. My daughter is gonna learn that she can look beautiful without makeups, that her skin is perfect, and the only thing that's gonna damage her skin is if she wears those stupid chemicals on her face, because her papa has beautiful skin with no makeups in it. Her papa is leading by example, and her mama is gonna lead by example. You can have a beautiful skin and you can look beautiful. You can feel beautiful without wearing short mini skirts, without wearing them revealing short shorts. No one wants to see your private parts in public, young lady. No one. And if they do, there is something wrong in the mind with them. They have no self-respect either. Perverts, pedophiles. We don't need them in society. Huh? We can't entertain losers. We can't allow losers to think it's okay to be a loser and spread stupidity. That is not self-empowerment, ladies and gentlemen. You are wearing and tearing yourself down. That's the truth here. If nobody has told you this, then I will be here to tell you that to your mind. You need it. You desperately need it. You need this hate. You need this ass whooping to wake up to something far more superior within yourself. Where is the discipline, young man? Huh? Where is the discipline, young woman? Where's the honor for thyself? Where's the integrity? Where's dignity? Hello? Ding, 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 ding. Is there anything in that empty brain? Is there anything at all? Or is it just hollow and there's nothing in there? You hear things but nothing sticks. You're influenced by the wrong people. Y'all here got this OnlyFans women spreading nonsensical behaviors. Huh? You've given adult content making people a platform to spread nonsense. Why would you give them power to speak out and falsely inspire other young innocent women who are gullible who are just developing and learning about themselves, who are self-discovering. They need a proper spirit guide, not evil entities spreading evil information to their minds, poisoning their minds, thinking that it's okay to sell yourself off. It's not okay. We can't keep entertaining this stupidity. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't do this. You gotta stand for something. You gotta stand for something. How do you let your son act inappropriately? You gotta teach him some discipline. Teach him some self-respect, to behave like a young man, to dress right, to dress properly. Stop making your son listen to these internet alpha males. These internet alpha males are idiots. They are not alpha males. To be an alpha male, you have to defeat every single other alpha male. If you want to go down the road of being an alpha male, Y'all here being defeated by liars. Liars are defeating you guys. You got these fake ass alpha males spreading nonsensical information about how to meet women, about how to act like a gentleman, about how to be a man. What are you talking about? That's the role of a father. That's the position of a father, of a loving, caring father, of a disciplined father. That's the role of a disciplined mother. You don't own the child, You don't talk to the child like you own the child. You are a spirit guide to this life that you've brought to this world. That's what parenthood is. You don't put oppression upon the child and make the child feel like you own the child. You don't own the child. That is an individual life. You are just playing a part in the circle of life, but you gotta pass down the correct fundamentals to the spirit that is that child, so that spirit can become aware of itself in a very positive way. Most human beings have lost their way, and that's the agenda. That is the fat agenda of this inflated system of horror, of depression, oppression. This system that enjoys feeding on negativity. That is why it is filled with scammers. That is why it is filled with quick fixes. There is no everlasting healing. You take a Panadol and you're gonna get a headache later on. How many times do you need to get sick before you learn that the medicine is not working? The medicine they're selling to you is not working, ladies and gentlemen. The wisdom they're teaching is not working, it's not effective, it's not healing you permanently. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Who told you that bullshit? Ignorance is bliss. Who told you that bullshit? And why would you believe it? Ignorance is not bliss at all. If you're ignorant, you are easily subjected to whatever fate. That is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. That is the absolute truth. If you are ignorant in this world, you are subjective. You can be subjected to anything, to any fate. And they know this. Don't you dare think that they don't know this. They know this and they use it against you every single day of your life. We can't keep voting for evil people to sit in leadership position. If your principal at school is not disciplining you, that is not a figure that you should look up to. If your mama and papa at home are not teaching you discipline, those are not figures you should look up to. If you have alpha males that are teaching you to scam people, those are not figures that you should be looking up to. If you have female feminists who are going around misspreading the agenda of feminism, coming out to the public with full nudity and talking about female empowerment, that is not a good role model, people. How make it make sense that that is a positive role model? Make it make sense, people. Every single human being in this planet as an individual desire to be respected. That is the truth. Every single human being desire to be respected. You can't be respected by another if you do not respect yourself. You cannot expect people to respect you if you have no self-respect. You can't keep swimming in the same dirty water, in the same filthy, stinking water, and step out acting like you are cleaner than everybody else. That makes no damn sense. You can't keep eating junk food and think that you're healthy. You can't keep taking drugs and think that you're going to have a long-lasting, healthy life. You can't keep drinking alcohol and think that you are healthy. Why do you think they keep selling this stuff? They don't give a damn about your life. They don't. You are just a money-making machine to them. And you give them what they want every single time you buy those cigarettes. Every single time you buy those alcohol, you will keep giving them what they want. And guess what they're gonna do? To protect themselves, they're gonna advertise. They're gonna put some advertisements out there to make it seem like, oh, you know the bad sides of these things. So buy it at your own risk. We can be liable. You can sue us. You can go to court and sue them because they've put the ads out there about gambling, about smoking, about alcohols. They know all the dirty tricks in the books, ladies and gentlemen. And the only way to win is to not give them what they want. Stop feeding them. Stop fattening this system. Have some self-discipline. You are the way you are. You are arrogantly stupid because they have arrogantly programmed you to behave that way. You are conditioned to this system. You're a puppet. Yet you have the audacity to act like you're not. Somebody has to tell you this, and I'm here for it. It's been centuries that we have suffered with stupidity, and we are still suffering with stupidity. We keep hoping and having faith in the wrong people, ladies and gentlemen. It's gotta stop. Enough is enough. Go back inside. Take that stupid revealing clothes off and put on some appropriate clothing that shows self-respect, self-discipline, self-integrity. Young man, young woman, have some self-respect. Get back in the house and put on some proper clothing. Stop wearing skinny jeans, young man. You need room to breathe. Huh? Stop wearing those bathers at the beach. Stop thinking that's the way to go. They don't care about you. They will keep selling you these products. They are benefiting from your vulnerabilities. Why can't you not see this? These companies, these institutions are programming you based on what agenda they want to push. You can't keep giving them what they want. Have the will to resist, ladies and gentlemen. Fight back. Fight back, ladies and gentlemen. You can't keep allowing your daughters and your sons to behave inappropriately. It is not the way to raise kids. Social media is not the way to raise kids. It is not. There is too much happening on social media. There is too much sexuality happening on social media. We cannot have grown-ass folks acting like little kids. We can't have grown-ass mothers dressing inappropriately and thinking that it's okay in front of their kids. It's not okay. It's not okay. If somebody didn't tell you this, well, you're hearing it now. It's not okay for a grown-ass woman to dress inappropriately. It's not okay. It's not okay for you to flash your buns out in public. If you're a married woman, that beautiful sight belongs to your husband. And if you're a single woman, you have self-respect. Have some self-respect for yourself. So that way people will look at you with also respect. The nonchalant attitude does not work. The nonchalant attitude is for stupid minds who have no honor and integrity. I don't care what people think. Sure, you cannot care what people think. That's fine. But you gotta do it in the right way. You gotta do it in the right way. And in the right way is always self-respect. The right way is self-respect. The right way is intelligence. Feed your mind with the correct intelligence. There's many different forms of intelligence out there. And unfortunately, 99% of the intelligence out there is stupid intelligence. You gotta learn the difference. There's so many wisdom out there that is just junk. It does nothing. It does not lead to liberation. It does not lead to fulfillment. It just will keep leading you to emptiness, and you'll keep trying to find ways to fulfill that emptiness. And that's where the drugs come in. That's where the alcohol come in. That's where the clubbing scene comes in. That's where going around and sleeping around and doing shit comes into play, because you're trying to fulfill that void. You're lacking in intelligence. There's no fulfillment. If you keep listening to the wrong minds, if you keep reading the wrong books, if you keep listening to the wrong podcasts, you gotta learn to move past the basic instincts. Ladies and gentlemen, get back inside the house and dress appropriately. Ladies and gentlemen, look after yourself. This world is filled by many evil that comes in many forms, and evil is very good at manipulation. They can camouflage easily. They can mislead you easily. That is why many people have become the way they are. They think they are living the correct way, but they're not. We need to fight back. We need to fight back. Self-discipline, self-respect, self-honor, integrity is very important. You will have positive energies always, no matter what goes on around the world. You will have the right tools to fight evil if you have the right discipline in your mind. If you have the right wisdom in your mind. Anyway, that is it for me.